Apparently, there's a lot of drama in Korea.
The video sound
right
is
now
really low.
Hadong Sakai quit the game. He said the raids were too hard, but people are speculating it's other stuff. You know the Hadong Sakai, the gun lancer guy that we like to watch. He quit.
He quit the game. No way.
The game, and people, the gun lancer guy with the Esther, I guess like one of the guys from their raid group had to go to the military, the mountaineering club, so they can't raid together anymore, and then people are like quitting or something like that, or he's quitting and whatever. And then I think Captain Jack's heard about it because like a lot of people on Invid are talking about it, and now they're complaining about all the buses and shit and all this other stuff in the game, which is funny. And then look at this fucking monologue. This is a Captain Jack translated monologue, which is insane. Look at this shit, guys.
Look at the scroll bar.
It has a lot of upvotes, though. Like a ridiculous amount of upvotes. What is this?
Abby translate.
Thing? Yeah. He's still playing. He's
Excuse you.
The game is super pay to win right now. That's pretty much what this whole post is about. Is that he thinks tier 4 is
what the
like
fuck is going on there?
Up and everything's too expensive.
More complaints or the Westgate 4?
I mean, that's what we've been talking about every day for fucking weeks now.
So the West get more free stuff? Did they complain that we get too much free stuff?
Buses exist, but he needs the gold to bus.
Really?
And that
this is the reason?
So focused on gold in the game so they can make more gold. Yeah, like he's just. I mean, it's just everything that everyone already knows. Yeah, he's just upset.
No, they
they
complain in Us
like
Profits?
in other games. Lost Ark's way too expensive now and all this other stuff. It's a really good post if you want to read it. It's super fucking long, to be honest. And it's kind of scuffed English.
It's actually
so
fair.
Like one of those things.
Yeah. Got it now.
Experienced users who enjoyed the game Lost Ark and their dissatisfaction with the main
sound from YouTube is still a little bit low.
Resetting the season.
Can you make it higher?
So.
Sounds good on my end. Oh, I mean, if it's good for them then.
The game.
If they say it's good, then it's fine.
Is it?
Difficulty increases and players complain about being asked for pay high for high specs. I mean, it's literally the same thing. Spin the bus, criticizes the practice of running the bus to earn gold, saying that in reality it's very tiring and tiresome, but the financial necessity to force its players to do so. Enjoyment of the game. I mean, these guys, it's literally what I've been talking about on my stream every single day for the past fucking month.
Practice of running the bus. Ban the fucking bus.
This post is, if you play the game, it's exactly what it is. But this is how it always goes. I feel like this is how it always goes, guys. This is no diff. In Korean games. Western players realize that this shit's bullshit. They feel stuck playing the game because they like playing the game, but there's a bunch of bullshit in the game. Then Korea slowly realizes it like 3 months later. Then the director comes on with a surprise stream and apologizes, tries to make some differences. He makes some nice differences, and then people forget about them. And then the cycle kind of repeats. Right, this is just the normal cycle of the game, to be honest. It's like no diff. But I will say that the Hadong Suck guy not playing the game is very bad for Smilegate, because that guy has like 50,000 viewers on the reg, and you obviously want, that's like Asmongold not playing your game anymore. You know what I mean? That guy has like 30,000 viewers on the reg, so it's like, you know, I definitely think it'll put some pressure on them for sure, because that's what all this drama is spawning from. I mean, this is one of the most upvoted posts I've ever seen on Invent, and this is like a paragraph. This has 96,000 fucking views, guys, and it was posted today. 96,000 is the most I've ever seen. I've seen 60K, 70K. This has 96,000 in one day with 580 upvotes, or 580 comments, like 500 upvotes, which is pretty nuts. And it's the same thing. It's the same. I mean, they're upset about it right now. Well, one guy, this other post is super interesting. This post talks about these events being a trigger, like a catalyst. So basically what he says in this post is that players are, this happens in our community too. It's really funny. Something happens that is a big event that then triggers people into going into like complaining mode, and then it's on them to put out the fire now. So he's calling this a big trigger mode of this guy leaving the game. And now look at the comments. I think this is a big problem. If the developers are planning to play the game, just look at the behemoth party window. It's all buses and guardian parties. Is that what the developers intended? It's crazy though, when I talked about buses before, people were like shocked. It was like a bad thing or something. If Low is such a great game, shouldn't it have been popular overseas as well? Japan has stopped playing. North America has 20,000 concurrent users. And China is on a downward trend, but strangely, out of all the people in the world, only Koreans like it. It's how it works, guys. Anyway, Yeah, it is true though.
Thank
This
you
is
for
how it
following,
works,
Funky
guys.
Monkey
This is what
and
you need.
Pickles.
This is the type of shit that makes people. It's like this is the type of shit that
Much
puts
appreciated.
pressure on
Welcome,
game
welcome.
companies to make good changes. This is how it works. I mean, honestly, it's just the price of everything is just kind of bad, but it is what it is. This is just how it goes. This is definitely the trigger event though. It talks about the mass exodus before the previous trigger point, which was the Theamine Loa on. Remember when I was playing BDO and then they did like 17 like surprise developer streams, and then they brought Gold River back like Stone Cold Steve Austin from fucking dun, 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 dun. By God, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's back. Oh my God. Right? And they brought him back and shit. And you know, it's Gold River. Oh my God. That's just how it goes though, man. I do think Homeboy quitting is a pretty big deal though. People are going to view that as a really big deal. It's like a big streamer quitting your game. You know what I mean? He's definitely a casual Lost Ark player, but he's a big one. So we'll see. We'll see if it actually leads to change. Right now, that's a lot of upvotes, guys.
I mean, imagine Stoopz quitting the game.
This is
I think that would be pretty similar.
Huh? Say again?
If Stoopz or also Saint would quit, I think it would be pretty similar. Because being angry about the game.
So it's a kind of nowadays it's a hot topic in Korea, taking a bus and doing bus, whatever. It's kind of crazy. Thank you for following. Exactly. Stoopz and Santon quit the Lost Ark. We affect West more than.
Yeah, it would only affect the West.
Absolutely. Then after that, probably the game is I don't know, probably gone. You know, nobody playing.
Big ass post. This is the biggest post I've ever seen on Invent. I don't think I've ever seen a post this big in one day, and it's a fucking monologue. I mean, hey though, maybe Creed players start waking the fuck up though. Now it's your turn to quit, yeah, but I don't think me quitting does anything but poops on the Western version, guys.
No, I mean, maybe he comes back when they fix some stuff, right?
I mean, the point is just might get how take serious of quitting these guys.
I mean, if the biggest streamer quits, I mean, they have to change something, right?
Yeah.
But what are the biggest problem in KR right now? What is he complaining about? Because I didn't catch the beginning. I mean, busing I've seen.
Busing and then.
Oh, maybe he's going through it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just the same.
Same shit, but worse.
But now, why suddenly now is pointing out in Korea?
Busing and pay to win.
Because the Act 3 was too hard. Is that the reason now suddenly pointing out?
I mean, let's keep watching, and maybe he's going into it more.
Anything. I mean, I could just poop on the Western version. Fuck it, guys. I'm out. Peace. Fuck this dog shit ass game. See you guys never. I'm out. You know what I mean? Time to be a just chatting Eddie. Fuck this. But then it's like, I don't think that actually changes Lost Ark in Korea, right? And that's kind of what you need. I don't think he's out, but he's saying that he understands why that dude's dipping out. You know what I mean? You quitting would lead others to quit. Well, that's what this post is about. That's what it's saying. Is that other people will see this and go, well, fuck it, I'm quitting too then. So, I mean, it's good though. Like I said, guys, this is literally how game companies work. Diablo didn't make changes until people shit on Diablo. You know what I mean? It's just how it works, bro. Nobody feels the need. It's just how your real life is.
I'm fine for one, sorry.
So all their streamers are bitching now. Everyone is.
So all the streamers are bitching now. Everyone is. It's not alien concept to any of us. They probably just had enough shit to eat. Yeah. Sometimes it's just all spitting over, right?
Guys,
PoE 2 is the hope. I mean, PoE 2 is great, but it's... Oh wait, that was his chat. My bad.
Honey, welcome to our chat. I'm against the organization.
Feel the need to start brushing your motherfucking teeth. I don't know. That's not good.
Yeah, for sure. And especially if the biggest one is leaving.
Fucking, I don't know. Like, take care of your health until the doctor tells you you're unhealthy.
Lost Ark has a crisis every 6 months.
Right?
Do you remember
like,
the 3 Bozos emergency live streams?
Something until it's like straight up in your face. It's just human fucking nature. And businesses are no different, man. You'd wish it'd be otherwise, right? You'd wish they'd just constantly be doing good shit. But that's just not how it works, man. You motherfuckers don't do shit until, you know, they don't do shit until they have to,
Thank you for
right? It just is what
following.
it is. I mean, it's
Thank you for following, Juicy.
Thank you for following,
and Tim.
Juicy.
Yes and no, it
Andy.
just depends, right? Like, it's not like, okay, like some things yes, and some things are always hindsight is 2020. You know what I mean? Like some things yes, and some things are.
Thank you for
like,
following.
Tier 4 is obviously just a way for them to make more
Thank
money.
you for following,
because
Vicey.
they obviously like eventually stop. Everyone's kind of caught up in tier 3, so they have to find new ways to make money. But do you know that you're gonna get this kind of backlash? Probably not. But I think it's a good thing, man. And the other reason why I would say it's such a big deal and why it's so burdensome is that you were caught up, right? That is what it is. And instead of doing a clean
Thank you for following,
reset,
Hex.
which would have invited new people in, and absolutely people would have quit. If you do a clean reset, people will quit, but you invite a lot of new people in, straight up. Okay? If you do a pussy reset, then it allows you to kind of reset the balance a little bit in the long term. But the real issue, the real issue is that you're just going to make more people upset because they're used to being caught up, right? Like the reality is, I said this before,
Pussy
when
reset,
we were
yeah.
14, 15, guys, I had level 5
Any
in
pause?
6 gems.
Exactly. Pussy reset. What is that? Pussy reset.
Act 3 exposes the characters that are weaker designed, makes utility damage and stagger unnecessary. This wasn't the case on the previous 3 raids. Also, cost is... Give me a second.
Cost too high.
Cost too high in tier 4 to switch to stronger characters. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I mean, for us, it was actually the same, you know. Before the soft reset started, all our characters were kind of in a good spot. And then the soft reset came, and now it feels like every character you have to do something again, and you
It's
can't
kind
afford
of
shit.
Kind of mix it up here.
Yeah, we cleared hard mode. Daijo.
I mean, where should I put the chat in this moment? On the Stoopz face?
On the right side, maybe, or is it in the way? Yeah, over your head, honey, I would also say.
Yeah, but it's
I mean, when Tier 4 just released, we were all Omega pumping it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But still, you know, you have to prepare for the new raid, obviously, if you want to do it. And you can't really afford anything. Damon, Echidna, Behemoth, and even Aegir was... yeah, I mean, the raids... It was a relatively smooth phase, I would say. Mummy sits on my face. The endgame cost is just rising. The top-end whales are forced to pay more for more power, like relic engravings and necessary because of the limited quantity of them. Therefore, it becomes super expensive. Yes, and then on top, you have like shitloads of bussing and RMTing and alt roster and then a normal, quote-unquote, normal player. I mean, we are playing every day. I wouldn't even call us normal players. But we can't afford shit.
We are absolutely not normal player because we literally playing like every day. 12 hours or something, but you know, he has exactly his point. Yesterday, even what was it, Echidna? Who did a boss having all relic, and at the time I already quite frustrating of my gunslinger in gate 1 Brill hard mode, and then now I just saw some bossers who are having full relic and then doing again and making more money with their relic.
There was a hard mode gate 2 weekly lobby, and the title was 110 million plus DPS only, and all of them had like at least 3 full relic engraving books. And someone in chat told us they're all buzzers, and it's just like, you know, you can only afford shit right now if you do these kind of things, and we don't want to. It's not good for the game. I have the case of class feeling useless with gate 3 requiring so many checks. In the new raids, Pong. It's that we don't have time in between lanes to get a break. Even to my main is ready for the next raid already. I still feel like I'm behind.
Oh my gosh.
And I think this is
really crazy.
This is what Gate 4 is giving you, right? Tier 4 is giving you. It gives you the feeling of being behind because everybody else, not everybody else, but so many people are super juiced. Let's continue.
Right? I didn't have full books. I didn't have level 10s. But there were literally people with full level 10 gems when they were 800,000 gold a pop. And
I mean, seriously, how normal people having a tier 4 10 level gem? Are you kidding me?
you're making 12K at most a week on your character. That literally existed, right? Why does it feel worse? But I didn't care back then. I just thought they were stupid. Why does it feel worse this time? Because you were already there. You already had your 10s. Or
I agree.
some of them, you felt a little bit more even, right? Now, if you take that away and you make
It's really bad if you want to have 6 hard mode
it
characters.
feels bad nowadays, right? So that was the mistake, was the pussy reset. And in their mind, they're probably like, all right, well, let's try to do this and not make it as
Usually stop.
painful as possible.
Cool.
And I don't think they succeeded at that, right? So, you know, I think an easy band-aid solution for Smilegate right now is to do like a relic frog and just shit out some books or something. I don't really know. Shit out some books, buff gems like gem drop
Where's
rates.
Frog?
Like, yeah. Interesting though. Now you can't even have 600 harm unless you're a whale. Okay, but I don't think that's fucking normal in general, Casper. I'm gonna be honest, dude, having 6 characters doing hard mode raids, I think we talked about this before, is literally just unhealthy. I really think that is the disease that you have in the game. That was the same thing, exact same thing that happened in fucking Brel. It's the same shit. Like trying to have 6 hard mode characters, I think is a disease. I don't think it's good. It is a disease.
When Brock?
It's literally a mental fucking disease of the game.
What do you mean?
I don't
Of
think
Belshazzar?
that is a good, because then you're gonna be.
I mean, we're eating chicken nuggets for us. They always need higher gear in Korea because, if they
nugget
want to clear in the
fries.
first week, because they need to learn the max and at the same time juice. And that's just not something you can do if you're on item level.
You know, I can tell you, Kalash, even I am 1690 and then I having a 1710, but I still feel like I'm behind. So
Bitching about
Very
being
boring.
jailed, the raids are too hard. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like nah, bro, it's not that, Casper, because the raid could be too fucking hard too, bro. It's not just good 6 gates. That's what I'm saying. Hindsight is 2020, guys. Like, you could be like, yeah, but I want to play the game more. But then you have 6. Then you're gonna have. I know you. Like a great example is I gotta do these raids, bro. I gotta finish these characters. I gotta do my 6 hard modes. Like that's what happens. Like it's hindsight is 2020, guys. There is no easy solution to things. It's just is what it is. Baldwin Clown was peak. Yeah, maybe for you too, because you had already done all those motherfucking raids, bro. Those were easy as fuck, and we had cleared them all. You know, I could bring in a couple of bots.
is it normal after I heard that? I just praying myself, okay, please, Stoopz and Santon, don't leave this game.
I mean, Stoopz is giving a lot of feedback always to Amazon. I mean, obviously we don't know how much they're actually changing about it, but he is in constant exchange with like Henry.
Guys, I'm just
to try
happy
to
I
improve.
cleared Gate 1 with you this week. I don't care about anything
No, I care,
else.
Johnny, because we didn't clear Gate 2 together. We cleared it separately. AGS can only do what they can. Yeah, and I also think that in most of the cases, AGS is not the culprit. That Smilegate is actually the one holding them back a little bit. But what I don't understand is why China got good changes we didn't get. This then makes me question a little bit whose responsibility is it actually? Is it Smilegate? Is it Amazon? It feels really hard to tell. Because remember the Chaos Dungeon change, for example, which they got to get more materials. Is Tencent? Yeah, it's their publisher. Yeah, Tencent. I mean, shouldn't Amazon also has? Yeah, I mean, I agree. They have more
okay.
power for sure. China contract was better. Yeah, maybe.
is it?
True, maybe.
Is it?
I mean, could be. We don't know.
I mean, I also don't know.
But you know, Amazon, yeah, I mean, they are a giant company and they have a lot of experience also in games. But Amazon, literally, they are amateurs in terms of game publishing.
That's I heard a lot.
Because they're not a gaming company. They're just trying to get into the market and establish themselves, but they're just not. Yeah, you're right, Pong. Exactly what I'm saying. They probably had a better contract with Tencent being so big. Possibly, yeah. But still, what I don't understand, I mean, Smilegate's best interest is to have as many players as possible. And if Amazon comes to them and says, like, guys, we need this and this change, and we have an assumption that player numbers will go to X, Y, or whatever, you know, why would Smilegate not do it? The more players, the more money will be spent in the game, and then the more piece of the cake is also Smilegate getting. Or do they literally not care? Because they have a franchisee contract for sure and get part of the revenue. So that I don't understand. They must have a best interest in improving the game also in the West. And they
Can keep helping you, Kalash. Don't worry about it.
don't understand the Western market. and the community. Even if you want to whale, they've gutted the cash shop here in the West compared to Korea or China. It's ridiculous how many good packs we don't have in the cash shop to combat RMT. Yeah, I mean, that I honestly don't even know, but that makes it then even worse. I mean, we know how the cash shop in here is, and sometimes there's a good deal, but most of the stuff is just garbage. But Korea, I have no idea. They were even selling amulets for tripods. One of the worst systems in the game.
Clear that shit, right?
Why does
Yeah,
this
I don't
still
know.
exist?
It
We
just
moved
depends.
to
They're
tripods.
way easier though. That is originally why the guy said he quit. He
They
said the
still
raids
take
are too
chaos
hard
dogs
now.
and
That's literally what he
tripods.
said. He said the raids are too difficult now. He feels like he can't react fast enough, and that's what he said.
Maybe bring the raid
But
clear
people
tickets
are saying
back.
it's other stuff too, right? Anyways, crazy thing, crazy post. Good one though. I think it's a good one. Playing that way is okay to push one character through the end game. That's the way to kind of play the game nowadays, man. The more you spread yourself thin in this game, it's too much. It really is. Like just pushing one character, honestly, is the way to go. You spread yourself too thin, you're not going to be very. It's too much. Anyways. It's good they're complaining, yeah. I mean, it really is. This is just fucking good. Because at the end of the day, this shit's all true. But, I mean, he even talks about the bus and shit, too. It's all bad, right?
Wanna
It's
pause for
all
a sec?
bad. It's all pressure that they...
No, I want to see it. Now I want to see the original one.
No, just I think Stoopz did a video about the cash shop not long ago about how much better it is in the most recent update. Okay. Does anyone know if RMT is the reason stuff is super expensive, like level 10 gems being 5 million gold? I mean, it's so if you look at the F4 shop in our region, you can see that the gold price is actually really low, which means not many people are spending in the cash shop. Which means all the gold is coming from somewhere else. And the only possible reason is RMT in this moment.
That was the good example period. We also spent money in our F4 shop. When was it? Last time we spent a lot. It's a cut before. Like the 10 gave 4 or something. At the moment, the gold price was like 3,700. Wasn't it? Something.
Yeah,
but
it was 2,000 even.
yeah, even
2,700.
2,000 something. But now it's 5,000, right? I'm making a quick check.
And if the gold is not coming from the F4 shop,
5,000, which means nobody spent real gold in F4 shop. But look at now, is the bosses having the all relic and gems and crazy amount.
it went to 2,300 at some point. Probably US dollar. US dollar is basically $100. Yeah, we also checked this on the G2G website to see what the difference is. And people are just RMTing there. Oh yeah, the RMT is 1k US dollar to get 10 mil gold. Cash shop is 4k US dollar to get 6 mil gold. At busing plus RMTing, yep.
To be fair, if you spend $100 in the gold shop, you
Can
can
get
get
200k gold, maybe on an RMT price like 15. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say. That doesn't make RMT right, in my opinion. It is just you don't need to buy the gold.
That's how game company makes money, and if they don't want to ruin this community, they literally permanent ban for RNT.
That also. I mean, it's not going to solve the problem, but it would make it a little bit better, maybe, potentially. Because RMT will always exist. It doesn't matter how cheap you make it in the F4 shop. It will always exist. It is impossible to stop it. RMT always exists. Thing is botted, gold is giga and fighting. But this is also the problem. You also can't stop botting. They can 100% do a better job, but it's impossible to stop botting. Every big game where you can sell in-game currency has a lot of bots. It's just a fact.
Exactly.
And there are much bigger companies like Blizzard at the time who tries to work against it. But it's just, you can't just stop it. Yeah, exactly.
The Korean, actually, I don't know so much about that meatball.
Now, maybe the ID thing in Korea can stop it,
Yeah. Probably they have a little because, they know your personal identity.
Thank you for following, Voltex. Well,
Thank
they
you
could
for
finally
following.
ban these RMT by... Yeah, I mean, this is also what
So
we were
it's
saying.
really easy to permanent ban by your character or lost account, everything. It's a bit different with it here.
There's still bots in KR, but a lot less.
Yeah, exactly. Lot
Previously,
less.
during a good period, we had only few bots in servers. It was reasonable if they were there. Yeah, and then
You
probably...
can buy Korean ID for $5.
Yeah, I've also heard this.
Where?
Someone
Really?
said this
Okay.
before, that you can buy this kind of stuff. Like KR. Yeah, this is also what we heard a lot. KR is between players a lot. It's more P2P.
Ah, is it? That actually I didn't know that.
KMT is MT, but it's player to player. MT, so it's not that big of an issue because you have so many players at all levels. This is also the thing. You have so many players at all levels, and here you just have, you have like a giga peak of like a lot of super juiced people. Then you have people below which are like normal, on let's say in a little bit higher class, and then soon there comes nothing.
It wasn't hard to get KR.
It feels like you have 80% of the community is just super giga juiced, or at least tries to be in the range of giga juiced, and then you have a very small casual player base, which is not making it better.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, AMT will always exist, but the bots and Altrosers being bust, injecting so much more gold in the company, that just makes AMT more profitable with gold sellers, whether they be bots or not. Yeah, and I mean, I'm advocating, nobody's hearing it because it's not like someone is listening to me rambling about it. I'm saying for a long time already, bussing should be banned. Bussing should not exist. It's bad for the game. But, I mean, Stoopz is also saying it, and he is significantly bigger than we are, and nobody's listening to him either.
Yeah. And Korea is crazy. They still have pages of people.
China has that rule, no busing.
As well as many learning lobby. Oh my god, that sounds so lovely.
Honey.
Dear. Huh?
Read this. In China, Lost Ark, you can't advertise buses. That's making it so much better already.
Oh my god, that sounds so lovely. Why not here?
Again, I only bus because the insane prices, and the prices are only there because busing. Yeah, exactly, Snake. I made a video about this, a YouTube video. You are essentially biting your own ass by busing because you are part of the reason why prices
China
are high,
busing.
and
Oh
you're
my
making them
God.
higher.
Okay,
It's
let's
just
move on to
like
China.
an infinite cycle.
Let's move to China region. Easy solution.
And this specific cycle is just making the less hardcore player base, just destroying the less hardcore player base. And I even include us, and we are kind of hardcore players, but we're just not bussing. I started later, though, only in tier 4 when I saw the insane prices. Yeah, and it's also easy to bus right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. After tier 4, absolutely easy, yeah.
I also think the botted accounts not being banned are being sold to multi-boxers that just rats. Yeah, this is also part of the problem. There's a lot of people who make new accounts and then they just get bust. And then the Altrosters just send the gold over and everybody wins. Bussers win and Altrosters win. Fantastic. Just the rest of the community is losing.
Okay, keep listening.
Are putting on their players, and honestly, man, at the end of the day, like the solutions are just there, right? And so they will pull the ripcord when they feel like they have to. And so hopefully this is a good one. I mean, this is probably the best thing you could get. This is a big ass dude talking. I mean, this is a big post. It sucks that the game creates so many different character playstyles, but you hurt yourself investing in your character not of course, yeah. But with one character, you don't have the golden. Yeah, it's like that's the thing. You don't make enough gold, but it's like also just way more expensive to raise the characters, right? So I think you just do what you can to make gold from the alts, whether it be just through like solo raids or whatever you can do, and then just put it because it's expensive, bro.
Coffee
to raise
machine
the
sound
alt.
coming.
Like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing we talked about before. The requirements. Just do the solo raids the best you can. Use the bound gold to hone the character up. Use the tradable gold for what you can, and just raise the character as far as
China,
you
you
can. I really think
can't
that's the way to do it. It's just
advertise,
too
but they
expensive,
still
man.
do bus.
You're never gonna get paid that
Yeah.
gold back, bro.
We also
Especially
think
nowadays.
that
You're
way.
never
Actually,
getting that
even you stop, you can't advertise anymore. Still, there is the other way, but much less. I mean, we can promise that there will be much less if you just stop advertising in our lobby. Yeah, exactly. Black markets always exist. Just it's more like how big it is.
gold back. I think I calculated yesterday on my gun lancer. What was it, guys? It would take me 30 weeks to make back the gold for the level 8 gems I have on him. 30 weeks of his character. I mean, 30 weeks is fucking, like, what are we talking about, guys? Like, someone's like, yo, bro, like, save the level 8s and just do the raids on them. Like, dude, there's 30 weeks, guys. Like, I don't even know if I'm playing the game in 30 weeks. That sounds fucking...
I also wonder what they tried and how they failed, how they lost. What does it mean? How you can lost? Is there anyone idea? How? Why?
fucking doomer, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like 30 motherfucking weeks, guys. That's so far. So, you know, it's just, you never know, right? 7 to 8 months is really far. It's really far away for just that character, right? Yeah, so we'll see. W post. Clappies in the chat, guys. Clappies for Captain Jack. I don't think he actually made this post. I think he was talking about it on his stream and somebody did a summary of it. But yeah, a lot of good stuff going on over there about people talking about things that, you know, you've probably been thinking for a long time. And I mean, the thing is, you know, they make a lot of good changes all the time. But this one,
So
I
at
think,
least
is
the
more
Smart
about
tried,
what I've been bitching
but
about
it
the
didn't
past
work
month, which is
for
just
some
everything
reason.
being too expensive in tier 4. And it's just like, you know.
I also wonder,
This is really
Boomerang,
about
I
the
mean,
people
how
that
they
play the game
fail.
normally too. If you're just like if you're a sinners and shit, or you're like a Laptus, I was talking to him. He's pugging his raids, you know what I mean? He's getting in groups, he's getting through it, but he's like a min 1690 character.
Maybe
It's
Monday
like,
I
bro,
will
everything's so expensive. Like, what am I
deeply
supposed to
digging
do,
that.
right?
The
It's a big
behind the
burden
reason.
on me.
Now
Your
I'm
talk
really
with him
curious.
inspired to write the post. Probably not at all, but I do think the busing part, I think, was good to talk about. I think more and more people busing is a problem of just like everything being expensive too, right? It's kind of like, well, fuck, I want all this, I need this gold, right? And I think that's a problem with it. Good post. I don't know, man. Bust your raid seems the way. Like busting raids, I mean, you make a lot of gold doing it, yeah. But it's like a conundrum because I don't want to bust, right? And first of all, he even says it's exhausting and annoying to do so. He says that in the post. And like, I don't want to fucking bust. I just fucking cringe. You just sit there all day, you wait for the lobby to fill. And I don't know. I
Oops,
don't,
sorry.
If you put your game on like a schedule, it just feels like I'm working for the game and I'm not playing the game anymore. if
It's
that makes
coffee
sense.
time.
It feels like it's like a job or something. And I don't know. I don't like it. Is what it is, though. Regular rating is just busting for free. I mean, yeah, if you're super fucking juiced, man, but like that's just the only reason that you feel that way too is because you're literally doing raids where you one-shot the boss. You know what I'm
positive
saying?
side
Like
of our
that's
game.
I know you're just fucking around, but it's like that's the truth. You're so
might talk about
geared
Brit.
for some of the current raids that you do that you just obliterate it, right? So like if the raids were
Bossing
harder,
is a job.
then and not like particularly mechanically harder. I just mean we're more current. If the raids were more current, then I think it would be a different angle. But like I said, I really think the problem is busing is
more
too
people
easy
leaving.
nowadays.
Ah,
I
yeah.
really do think that's a big issue. Because busing is so fucking easy, that's why I shit on that random guy in the party finder. Because busing is so easy, anybody can do it, right? And I think it's different when it's more challenging to do, right? And the harder it is to do, theoretically, like sometimes the less gold that you make, right?
You know what's crazy, guys?
All right.
Is that guy
That's
J-Raw?
that, though. Interesting. Post summarized. I think it's this is a big Captain Jack post. Here's the summary of it, though. He's basically saying that after they spend a bunch of money, that the fun fades
Your
quickly.
video? Oh.
He suggests that Lost Ark could benefit from more variety, such as adding
If we
content
ban
similar to
bosses,
World
they
of
will not
Warcraft.
leave the game because they do things
guys.
they
I'm just gonna say it.
do off the addiction. So in the end, we
Who watched
punish
my interview with him?
for bit bosses and ban boss advertisements will help our current situation. I mean, some bosses would for sure quit. Some people would, 100%. But I also agree, not all people will leave the game.
Guys, who watched my interview with him? He suggests that Lost Ark could benefit from more variety, such as adding a content similar to World of Warcraft's Mythic Plus system.
No, I
I'm
don't
just gonna
care.
say-
If they leave, they leave. It's their decision. It's a video game. If the developers decide to make a change, then that is what it is. You're gonna have to accept that or you leave.
You know, that's more I
Fine.
really surprised. I also saw the interview with Stoopz and the Captain Jack. And the Captain, when Stoopz asked about the bossers, and don't you think it's the problem in KR? And Captain Jack was kind of a surprise why this is a problem. You know, his react is more like never think that way. That was a problem. They literally didn't realize there is a really issue and destroy the community or something. And I don't know, a few months later, how long was ago the interview? And then now suddenly this the other big guy quit the game. I mean, I don't know, maybe for them it's not an issue. Or... Bon appetit, money. Okay, but now, how am I supposed to make gold? I don't have money to waste on game. I don't have art accounts to farm. So what else I can do make more gold? Yeah, because there are over 500K everyday players. Yeah, I think so. That's so sad part here. They literally have a giant amount of players.
Hola, we game all night. We are in the finishing steps of eating, and then it's Belshazzar time again.
Here is a big problem. 12K sounds so sad if you compare with 500K. Guys, I got a mega lucky loom. What? And did you get something Zion good relic book or something, Johnny? No, zero relic book, shame. We have to play with the same people every day. Yeah, exactly. I mean, literally, especially in end contents. Probably now, Brilliant Gate 2, we know everybody who playing now. Sorry. Mixed in time. It used to be like 7 million silver. Oh, thank you for following. The same thing happened with the Tamine release. Most end game heartbreak. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, back to my grandma house when our kids on the street know each other because it's low population. Because of low population, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, we really play here, or maybe we need to move to Korean sub or something, you know.
Okay, toilet and I'm ready.
The solution is kind of easy, to be honest. Every new raid release nerf the systems from the previous. I mean, you know, they also planning nerf version for West, but some very hardcore players who bossing every time and having all relic books complain in, I don't know, Reddit or somewhere, and then, I don't know, now it happens. They said, Reddit is too easy, blah, 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 like a childish.
So, I'm back. Husband is back. Okie dokie, peeps.
I don't get it why advanced honing costs so much.
What did I miss? I mean, I always think like, is advanced honing? It is expensive, but it's still cheaper than honing, right? Make advanced honing half price. Let more people reach 1680. Let more books flow into the market. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is not a bad solution. Not gonna lie.